Hey, yo, hey, I'm an addict named Austin. I got clean here at Serenity House on October 19th, 2014, and I jumped on here to read the Just for Today with y'all. April 9th, acting out. We learn to experience feelings and realize they can do us no harm unless we act on them. Many of us came to Narcotics Anonymous with something less than an overwhelming desire to stop using. Sure, the drugs were causing us problems and we wanted to be rid of the problems, but we didn't want to stop getting high. Eventually, though, we saw that we couldn't have one without the other. Even though we really wanted to get loaded, we didn't use. We weren't willing to pay the price anymore. The longer we stayed clean and worked the program, the more freedom we experienced. Sooner or later, the compulsion to use was lifted from us completely, and we stayed clean because we wanted to live clean. The same principles apply to other negative impulses that may plague us. We may feel like doing something destructive just because we want to. We've done it before, and sometimes we think we've gotten away with it, but sometimes we haven't. If we're not willing to pay the price for acting on such feelings, we don't have to act on them. It may be hard, maybe even as hard as it was to stay clean in the beginning, but others have felt the same way and have found the freedom not to act on their negative impulses. By sharing about it and seeking the help of other recovering people and a power greater than ourselves, we can find the direction, the support, the strength we need to abstain from any destructive compulsion. Just for today, it's okay to feel my feelings. With the help of my sponsor, my NA friends, and my higher power, I'm free not to act out on my negative feelings. This is a really good reading. I like how it goes into depth about once I stop using, there's still going to be things that I want to do just because I can, and so this is a process of restoration, right? And for me, there was lots of things like I just didn't use in the beginning, right? And even in the step working process, I would still act out and do all the other things, and which is good, right? Because it's experience. One of the things that I've learned from the most is my experience. And so I get a bunch of this experience and I realize I don't want to live like, there would be issues in certain areas of my life with certain things that I would be tired of dealing with, and so I would want to change. So I would dig deep into the step working process, work with sponsor, listen in the meetings, ask for help, right? Recognize or identify other people that were struggling with the same things, ask how they got free from it, what they did, and ask to hear about their experience. And so I'm grateful that at different times in my life, I would go through these different things, and I was able to, because I was tired of my part in them, right? I was tired of them ending the way they ended and me feeling the way I felt, or I was tired of them not ending, right? And so there's a lot of things that I had to address and work on, and I'm grateful for all this process. It's made me a better person today and happier, right? And more free. It says eventually we saw that we couldn't have one without the other. Which means I also have to get rid of reservations. And it talks about eventually we come to the place where the compulsion to use is lifted from us completely. And I haven't necessarily wanted to give up this new way of life for some drugs in a long time, but there has been periods where I was frustrated with myself and others and the way my life was, and I wanted to do what I always done and run, right? And so I didn't. I'm still here today, and I'm grateful for that because I was able to walk through those things. And there's still things that come up in my life. Like I've gotten freedom in a lot of areas of my life, and I live a very blessed life today. But there's still things that come up, right? And because I don't want to end up hurting others or myself or having to live with the shame and the guilt and the frustration and the anger and the anxiety, I still continue to work on these things. And it helps, and it starts with reaching out to others, identifying it obviously in the step working process, and then talking to sponsor, putting a plan in place. How am I going to act differently? How am I going to not do these things that I don't like the way they make me feel? And then I get support, right? Like I ask for direction, I get support, I'm held accountable, and so I get to get free from all these things. I wish I could tell you that after 10 years clean, I didn't have any negative feelings, and that there weren't days when I wanted to put my hands on people or talk crazy to people or be mean to people, correct people. But that's just not the truth. And so today, when those things come on, I need to figure out where they're coming from, why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and what I can do to act differently. Sometimes I can just walk away. Sometimes all I can do is walk away. Other times I'm able to stay engaged and talk about my feelings and be calm. And so I'm grateful for that today. That's a huge change from my past, right? When I got here, I only know two emotions, happy and mad. Happy because I got my way, or mad because I didn't. And so today that looks a little different. Do I live this hunky-dory perfect life where I just skip through life? No. There's issues, and there's things and feelings that arise, and there's problems that arise. And I can tell you that I haven't used or put my hands on anybody or gone to jail. Like my old solutions have changed. And so that's freedom, right? And so we don't have to act out today. Thank God for this treatment center and the program that it introduced me to, right? Anyways, I hope that helped y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in today. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.